with Giannis and Khris Middleton combining to score 68 of the 86 points last night at 79%. That is the highest percentage of a team's points scored in a playoff game by any duo in NBA history. And I bring back P.J. and Big Perk this morning for some more conversation. And P.J., I'll start with you quickly because I had Legler on here about a half hour ago, and he was talking about the way the game was officiated, really favoring Milwaukee last night. They were able to be physical on the perimeter, and that went a long way towards slowing down Brooklyn's offensive attack. What is your expectation for that? What's the adjustment that you make there if you were the Nets going to a Game 4 where you just got kind of physically manhandled 90s style in Game 3?
Well, I agree with what Legs was saying. They got to involve some other people for sure, but I think the game's going to be physical. Mike Budenholzer has to love his defense because they got into the three-point shooters for a change. They were aggressive physically. Even the last shot of the game, he said they just did a much better job defending. We thought the three-point line was going to be the key, but guys are fighting over the top of picks. Guys are bumping them. I agree with them. That's the way it was officiated, but it was consistent. P.J. Tucker knows what his job is. His job is to get into KD, make it as tough as he can. I mean, you see the last play right there. He's bumping him pretty good. That's playoff basketball. Perk loves that. That's pretty good defense right there.
That's what playoff basketball used to look like. It hasn't always looked like that. I mean, 86-83 is usually the end of the third quarter, and last night the game is over. So, Big Perk, let's pick it up on the Brooklyn side of it. KD showed up last night. Harden is hurt. Kyrie Irving had a very rough night. What's your reaction to the game that he had last night?
Well, it was tough for him, and Drew Holiday was hugging him like a cheap suit all night long. He was not giving him no airspace. He was up into him, and that's what you got to do. The thing I love and respect about Drew Holiday is that he's not afraid of embarrassment, Greeny. He's not afraid to get his ankles broke. He's not afraid to get on the highlight film. He got into his job was to get into Kyrie Irving, make him uncomfortable. I thought they did a great job in the pick and roll. Drew Holiday was phenomenal on the defensive end, the way that he was scrappy. And Brook Lopez, Coach P.J. brought it up. He did an excellent job of protecting the basket. He had 6 blocks, but he altered so many shots. And that's what you have to do. You have to go out there and hang your hats on the defensive side of things.
And Big Perk, in that best of the week that we showed a moment ago, we showed you, completely justifiably being critical of the performance of Giannis Antetokounmpo in Game 2. So, what do we say about the bounce back? What would you like to say about Giannis and Middleton, the way those two guys bounced back and played huge last night after being humiliated? What did they show you, Big Perk?
It's about damn time. Look, Greeny, this is why they get paid the big bucks, okay? I shouldn't have to come on here. Nobody shouldn't have to criticize them. They should want to step up and perform. This is when the lights hit the ice. You're going against Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. No one should have to give you motivation. This is who you are, especially Giannis. You're a 2-time MVP. You're a Defensive Player of the Year. His legacy was on the line last night because if he would have lost that game last night, Greeny, I promise you, I didn't want to hear nothing about Giannis Antetokounmpo for the rest of his career. I promise you that.
All right, so a big performance that meant a lot. Now, PJ, let me come to you. How do we see the series big picture? Because no Harden, he's played 43 seconds in the series, and the Nets are basically 3 points away from being up 3-0. So where is this series in your mind right now going to a Game 4 Sunday in Milwaukee?
Well, one day at a time. I mean, when you're down 2-0, you don't look ahead, Greeny, and say, we got to win 4 out of 5. You just say, let's win one, survive, and let's go again. It's a huge game now for this team. James Harden would make an enormous difference if he comes back, as would Jeff Green. Jeff Green's a forgotten man. He was a really important piece for the Nets all year. I like the Bucks, but they're going to need a lot more offense. I did not think they could win with 86. They had 86 last game and got beat by almost 50 points. 86 wins when you hold the Nets 25% shooting, 8 for 32 from the 3. They had like 33s in the first 2 games. So the defense was there. Khris Middleton and Giannis need some offensive help. There's no question about that. Khris was 3 for 6. The rest of his teammates were 3 for 25 from downtown. They're going to need some threes, and they're going to need a lot more points than 86 to beat the Nets on Sunday. But they're playing at home. They're playing with a ton more confidence. They just need a little bit more help. It can't be just Giannis and Khris, a 2-man show again.
And then the third man, of course, in Brooklyn continues to be Harden. We mentioned it there. Big Perk, do they need him? Will the Brooklyn Nets need James Harden in this series to win it?
No, I don't. I don't believe so because Kevin Durant is just that special, okay? And Kyrie Irving, we already know, could put up a 40-piece in any given night. That duo right there in itself is the best duo in the league, and they could overcome whatever the Milwaukee Bucks throw at them, and they could do it on a consistent basis. When you talk about Kevin Durant, look, these shots that he's making and taking, they are contested. P.J. Tucker is hugging them like a pair of leggings, and he is still getting these shots off and making them. It goes to show you that he's the greatest scorer ever to touch the basketball, Greeny. And when you have this guy right here, this special talent in Kevin Durant playing at a high level, look, you can win any series. And Greeny, look, to you and Coach P.J., I'm a little disappointed in y'all right now. You know why?
Why is that?
Because y'all didn't recognize that I said Giannis' last name, and I got it right on the first try.
I was just too thrown by hugging him like a pair of leggings. That sort of threw me off. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.